Hello everyone, how's it going? So Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 has been a monumental success, to say the least. The game has not only been extremely popular with fans, but it's also been a gold standard for people when it comes to modern gaming, especially with titles being oversaturated with microtransactions, battle passes, all this fluff, removing content to sell it back to the player. So a lot of people are just really excited that there's a game like this that costs around $40 that just gives you everything. And on Steam, you can see this that, a lot of people do like the game. Unfortunately, Helldivers 2 is under a lot of scrutiny because now it will require a PlayStation Network account in order to operate. Now, this is something that they've already been stating since the game launched, that you're going to need a PlayStation Network account in order to use it. But the thing is one, gamers don't read shit. I'm just going to state it for what it is. We do not read stuff. We just play the game and we expect it to work. That's all we want. We do not read. It's just the unfortunate reality. And the thing is, the reason that this was not in the game, I'm not even sure why this is there. I mean, shouldn't people be able to play with any language setting? But I don't know. That's a little weird to me. But regardless, it's just like... the situation is that it wasn't implemented because of a technical issue, and I don't even know why you need a PlayStation Network account, because maybe it's for cross progression. Crossplay is already implemented, so maybe that's why, but yeah. And the thing is that, again, no one reads these EULAs. I mean, look at Ubisoft revoking the crew. They're allowed to do this, and I'm certain it's part of the EULA, but no one reads this thing. Come on. It's like that South Park episode where Kyle gets his mouth sewn onto a butt of another person in the iPad Centipede episode. So no one reads this stuff. Like, let's face it. I mean, look how long this is. No one's going to read this. You need to hire a lawyer for this. And the thing is, before you say, like, this is only going to affect a common person, Pirate Software, Thor, he is literally a hacker pro who hacked for power plants and worked for Blizzard Entertainment. And even he was not aware of this. So that's saying something. Not happening. Removing access from Steam players unless they make a PlayStation account. And link months after is absurd. Review changed to negative. And I filed for a refund. I don't know if you'll get a refund or not. But Steam is pretty generous when it comes to their refund policies. I remember back in the day with BioShock Infinite, there was someone who was a very devoted Christian, and they couldn't go past the baptism ceremony that's at the beginning of the game, and Steam gave them a refund, which is, I think, fair. It doesn't, line up with their beliefs, so I believe that would be a valid reason. For all of those just saying, make a PlayStation account, bro, let's read this. Make a PlayStation account, bro. If you've been playing Helldivers 2 and do not want to live in one of these listed countries, you cannot make a PlayStation account. Choosing a country you do not live in is a violation of Sony's terms of service and can lead to account termination, which means that you would lose access to Helldivers 2 and be unable to play it. That is extremely valid. It is against terms of service to list your location that is not where you actually live. For example, people do create secondary accounts in order to bypass certain restrictions, like, for example, New Zealand. New Zealand actually gets games earlier than everyone else because of time zones. So people will actually create New Zealand accounts, purchase the game, and then play it on their home account because they're interchangeable. You're able to play a game on one account as long as it's on the console and you have access to both. So yeah. A lot of people are annoyed about this. Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima will also require a PlayStation account, by the way. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. It's a single player game. Well, there is a multiplayer function. Do you need that for the single player? Dude, that is crazy. Let's actually look this up. Oh, it does! Oh, just for online multiplayer. Just for online multiplayer. If you don't, if you just want to play the single player, okay, at least they're doing that. So if you just want the single player, you don't need a PlayStation account for multiplayer. So the only thing I can think of, again, if you're more tech savvy and understand the complicated nature of multiplayer servers and all this stuff, my understanding would be that it's for cheating. Just in case, like, this is a cooperative game that's never going to get P versus P. That's what the developers have stated. But I think it's also just to make sure that no one is cheating. because it has to run through their own network. Maybe that's why. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. Like the person who told me about the Epic server situation where it's not owned by Epic servers, it's actually just to go through Epic servers in order to play the game. So in this situation, yeah, I guess that it's just like it's a huge problem. And even though they've stated it since the beginning that this is going to be a thing, I can understand why people are annoyed, and I can see why they don't like this, because if you buy a game on PC, they assume that you're going to only have to have a Steam account. It's becoming more and more annoying where people have to create new accounts for everything they do. It's like that episode of Always Sunny where Dennis goes into the tea shop and they're like, you need to download an app in order to just buy the tea. It's that situation, and that's really much what this is. It's like, oh, you're buying it on Steam, you need to have a PlayStation account, and like Thor said, if you don't live in a country where PlayStation accounts are valid, you're screwed because you have to make another account in a different country, and if they find out you're lying, they terminate your service, and then you can't play the game that you purchased. So yeah, you should be 100% annoyed about this in every conceivable way. It's just really, really annoying, and there are a lot of issues to this because of it. But tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear other people's opinions. I'm not sure about if I'm going to even buy Helldivers 2 after this situation. If I do buy it, it'll be on console. But yeah, tell me what you think about it in the comments below. I'm still a little weird by this Japanese interface and only for Japan customers thing. If someone could clarify that for me, I'm very confused, because usually, you know, you're given the option to change languages at will in games. So weirded out by that, but like, dislike, your choice. Bye.